At 2 Point Hospital, over 52% of our patients believe they leave healthier than when they arrived. Our precisely calibrated equipment is operated by compassionate healthcare practitioners, many of whom have even been to medical school or watched ER. If you suffer from turtle head, let us ease your worries and noggin gently out of your body. Chest infection is no laughing matter. Put your trust and oversized shoes in our capable hands. We're building a brighter, safer future, and hardly anything will stand in our way. You deserve the best. So join us at 2 Point Hospital. We're open for new staff, new patients, and a new you. Can I go play golf yet? I'm teeing off at 3.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm back here with another 2 Point Hospital video as we continue what I'm now calling the 2 Point Thursday series, where we are of course creating our own hospitals on the 2 Point Hospital game and releasing it every Thursday, or at least most Thursdays at the moment. And of course this is the second video in this series. Last video we started our hospital here at Hogsport, and today we are going to continue a bit. Before we begin, we're going to have a little recap of what happened last time out. We've got the staff room there. That's next to the reception, of course, when you enter. Got a lovely little rating room area over there. Then we've got our 2 GP offices, the toilets which snake around the back of the GP office. Got the pharmacy and the general diagnosis room. And the first thing to do today, in fact, is to build a ward. And my plan for a ward is to put it over here in the corner. A little bit weird at the moment, but once we've filled out the whole hospital, it won't seem too mad. And the plan for this ward is try and make it quite big, of course. When you think about a hospital, a ward is one of the main things in a hospital. And of course, 4x3 is the minimum room size. We need a bigger ward than that. We're going to have to be putting more than one person in it. And I'm thinking about what we're going to go for to start with. That's 4x3, but I certainly think we need a much larger room than that as I attempt to lift it up. We don't need to do that, but of course, increasing the room all the way along here, of course, with a ward, when you think about a ward, it's quite long. It's got more than one person in it, so that's what we're going to go for. We're going to put the nurse station in the corner over there so they can watch over everyone on the ward who will be on the left-hand side. You've also got to fit in, as you'd expect, some beds and then the changing screen. I don't know exactly put it next to the wall because that's got to be a bit uncomfortable for people. We're going to spend a bit of time perfecting this, of course. When you think about it, the ward is, of course, the centerpiece, in a sense, of the hospital. And I'm just thinking about how we're going to organize this, how large the gaps are going to be between the different hospital beds. And I think, yeah, we're going to go try and fit 3 down this side because that's a bit too close to the door, and then see, because we can actually fit 2 on the opposite side, which is certainly fine. We're making quite a spacious ward at the moment. I don't know if we'll need 2 by the end of the hospital. We'll have to wait and see. If we do, the other one might be a bit smaller, not as spacious as this one, but we can put a little changing corner over there. And then, of course, decorate the room a little bit. This looks a bit plain at the moment, so as we've been doing, adding in some things like filing cabinets. Before we do that, though, I'm just thinking about moving the beds along a little bit so we've got a bit more space on this side, generally because I want there to be enough of a gap in between the beds. And actually, I think what we might try and do is fit in another screen at that end, and then that can sort of face into the other one. We probably don't need that many screens, but we're just going to make it feel a bit more complete. And then, of course, the lockers, and you could either put these way away from the people, or I think if we put them next to the beds, I think that'd be a bit nicer for them. I'm being really nice today compared to the last video. But got the lovely lockers in. Now we're going to add some plants in, of course. It is the first hospital, so we don't have plenty of things to choose from to decorate our hospital, so it is going to be the same plant again and again. You might have seen that in the last video. If you haven't watched that last video after this one, you might want to have a quick skim through that one to see what happened. And of course, we might as well stick a Jasmine Odyssey photo, whatever it is, above the nurse's desk. And then, of course, a fire extinguisher is always helpful in case one of the patients decide to spontaneously combust. We'll have to wait and see on that one. And then some filing cabinets. We'll have some of them at the side of the room, next to, of course, the nurse's station. And then have another thing maybe about a bin next to the door. Just generally, so we don't end up with rubbish all over the floor. Although I'm sure people will still put it there. Because why not? And now we've got 2 fire extinguishers. Because we are certainly expecting the place to set on fire, which is really great. Thinking about potentially another hospital bed here, actually, because there's quite a bit of space before the nurse's station. So I wouldn't mind having 3 beds on one side and then 2 on the other. So although we just placed the room, I would like to adjust it a little bit. And I'm thinking potentially there, we might have to move the nurse's desk across a little bit. That can be the high dependency person who's dying quickly, compared to the other people who are dying slowly. How positive. And we probably need to place another plant in there for some sort of equality, and move the photo, because that's going to be annoying if it's not directly above the chair. So, our ward pretty much sorted here, and hopefully we'll be able to get the Deluxe Clinic unlocked pretty soon. We've just got to earn 15,000 and get our hospital to level 4. It's currently level 3, but we've got those lovely plants all sorted, and I think, yep, we are going to go with that, a 5-bed ward, and the main ward of the building. We might have a smaller one later on. But we do need to hire another nurse. We've got Clint Fidget. Quite expensive, I must say, but plenty of skills in there. He should be great, and we'll shove him straight into our lovely ward. And now for the Deluxe Clinic, we do have to earn those 15,000. We've got the hospital to level 4, so it's just to earn that money. And I think we'll kind of skip onwards with the time at the moment. Don't seem to have... Oh, wow! Wow, that's fantastic. So we don't have a doctor in there, so he's opted to go and stand there and show off his probably not very large muscles. Anyway, who's this guy? That is Clint Fidget over there. And to be honest, there isn't much for us to do at the moment. We just want to get that Deluxe Clinic unlocked to see if we're going to be able to unlock anything else after that. And then if we can't, from there on, I think we're getting towards the end of the year on the game cycle. So we'll be able to, of course, go to the end of year prize giving gala like thing. And then once we've done that, we can start to fill in the hospital with more rooms, more general diagnosis rooms, chemist rooms, and GP officers. Oscar Lips is currently waiting for an appointment at the GP office, and what is that sick on the floor? Oh, how nice. Where's our janitor? We do need a janitor. Bedface has been discovered, caused by sleeping at a strange angle. Never knew that was that dangerous. But apparently they're going to have to go into a ward for Bedface. Wow. There we've got Oliver Cloud over there. I need to find our janitor. There she is. Come on, Joanna Compost. You're not doing much here. You're decomposing yourself at this rate if you don't get a move on. Oh, it's Wee. Oh, that's nice. She's going to clean up Wee. I thought it was sick. And you can tell me in the comments section below which one's better. Don't really know which one. Either way, we are about to get our first person in the ward treated. This will certainly be interesting to watch. You've got to love the little animations in this game, and even the ward's going to be interesting, I'm telling you that. As I have to say, people in this game walk very slowly. I mean, this is 3 times speed, and they walk that slowly. It took them a day to get 2 days to get changed, nearly 3 days to get changed, and they have to be allowed to get in their bed. It took quite a while. He's walking across like some weirdo, and he had to have someone to allow him to get into a bed. Wow. Fantastic. Fantastic. Someone is unhappy here. That's Tetra Sob, which isn't great. I don't really know what's happening in that GP office at the moment, because the GP's been there for ages, and she's not really doing much, which is a little bit worrying. Either way, we can continue along. We are getting much closer to being able to unlock the Deluxe Clinic. Randolph Sob over there is waiting for an appointment at the chemist. And there isn't too much for us to do at the moment. We are just going to watch Joanna Compost go and water a plant. Hopefully it's that one. No, it isn't. Although that one looks rather half dead. She's managing to water a plant in the GP office. And I don't know what's happening over here because Petrosob is rage quitting. Meanwhile, the doctor hasn't moved for a very long time. Skylar Cosmic has been cured after 76 days. And we looked the deluxe clinic. That's exactly what we want. And after we've got that, I think, yep, the next challenge is to cure 3 patients with the Deluxe Clinic. And then, of course, obtain a 1-star hospital as a result. So we are going to have a little look in a second at creating our Deluxe Clinic. And this is a really, really fun one to start off the... kind of, in terms of the game, like a series, really, really fun one to start off the series of weird and wonderful, unrealistic diseases and infections and whatever, because this is to take light bulbs off people's heads. You've got to absolutely love this game. We're going to put it over here, of course, behind the toilets, around this section, near the general diagnosis room, because I don't know if they have to go to the general diagnosis room for this, or if they can just get sorted at the GP office and then come over here. Either way, we have got the lovely big machine and the controls. We're also got to put in the extinguisher, as we are here on 2 Point Hospital, so everything's extremely likely to set on fire. And it would be nice to have a plant, but it does feel a little bit awkward. Unless we put it over there. Got to have a plant in every room because there's nothing else to decorate it. But as you can see, we've got the Deluxe over there. I'm really excited to see what that looks like when we get our first patient. Kudos. Wanting to get some more of that. And bogwarts. Okay, they can be treated in our pharmacy or by witchcraft. Oh, that would be so much quicker and easier. They wouldn't have to be here for 87 days to get some drugs. And look at this. We have got our first person with a light bulb on their head. How exciting. Frobisher legend. He certainly is quite a legend. Our first man with a light bulb stuck to his head. This is going to be very entertaining. He is going to the GP office. Let's see this through. Let's have a little watch of what's going to happen here. Very experiencing. That's Vladimir Force, I do believe, our GP there that we hired in the last video. And now he's going to wait for a nurse. We need a nurse over here. I want to see a light bulb being removed from someone's head. I really, really want to see that. I think we might need another nurse, actually. But actually, it's a doctor we need in here. Sorry, a doctor. Stephanie Pudding. Why not Stephanie Pudding? That's quite sweet. Sorry for their name puns again, but I'm not sorry because I'm going to continue with them. We're going to get Stephanie Pudding into our lovely Deluxe Clinic because we do need a couple more doctors at the moment. Having a look through assistants-wise, I don't think we really need another assistant or really a janitor at the moment. Plenty of people waiting. I still don't know what's happening in that GP office, but now we get to see this. This should be very interesting. We'll slow it back down to normal speed. He's sitting down on the chair. We've got a little crane coming across. Oh, look at that. Unscrewing the light bulb off his head and then carrying it over to the light bulb disposal unit. I'm loving how he's just not got a head at this stage. Checking for the head that's not there. And now we're going to see the head appear from there. Yep. Oh, totally appeared. How incredible was that? So seamless of a transition, but really, they're really, really cool animations of these. And stick it on his head until he gets put down. When it goes on, and our first person is cured from light-headedness. Lovely to see. He's going to walk out with a somewhat normal head on him. We've currently got Morris Pomp, and it is just 8 days until the awards and yearly review. That'll be interesting to see. Vladimir Force currently on a break. And here we go. Our lovely award ceremony. And there are plenty of awards. 8 in total that you can get. And the first one here, Doctor of the Year. Let's see if we can win this one. That'd be great. Doctor of the Year. And we do. Dr. Vladimir Force takes Doctor of the Year. And next up, Nurse of the Year. Are we going to get Nurse of the Year? Let's wait and see. Yes, we are. Robin Basket. And he's got that prize in his basket, I'm telling you after that. Fantastic. Janitor of the Year. I'm not sure if we'll get that after it took a few days to clean up some wee off the floor. No, that's gone to Holistics, another name of a hospital. Let's see, though. Can we get Assistant of the Year? One of our two people who sit there, probably drink coffee and do absolutely nothing, and that's gone to Holistics too. So they can clean a hospital and they have people to check you in, basically. No doctors and nurses there. Employer of the Year, and we do get Employer of the Year award. That's ourselves, and we're certainly going to get the No Deaths award. We haven't killed anyone yet this year. Fantastic. We've got that lovely award in there. Can we get 7, maybe even 8? Not 7. Out of 8, can we get 5, maybe 6? Most prestigious hospital goes to ourselves. Lovely to see there. What is the Patient's Choice Award? I can't see it being us, but let's have a little look. Can we make it 6? It goes to the Orb Foundation, but a really good result for our first year here at Hogsport, and that is 5 out of a total 8. And we can have a little look through the stats there. Hospital value, we are down there in 5th. Jumbo Megacorp lead. Cure rate, we're currently at the top. That's what you'd really expect, though, of course, with ourselves, because we haven't really got any complicated diseases yet. Reputation, Jumbo Megacorp lead that. We are 3rd. Yearly profits, we are down there in 5th. Not too great. Cures per year, we have just 20. Somehow more than Holistics. Less than Jumbo Megacorp. In terms of finance at the moment, not really going to look too much into that because, of course, in our current situation, we're just kind of ploughing through using the money, and then we might start to see some solid income after that. But we're just really ploughing in and ensuring we are managing to upgrade the hospital constantly, keep it going, getting all these new rooms in. It's quite costly at the moment. I'm sure we'll start to see a profit after that. Queue warning length, we can adjust that. I think we'll potentially prop that down from 6. That's quite high. We need to know it's about 5, I would say. Yeah, we're going to go there for 5 with the queue warning length. And now on to our second year with this hospital. We are going to get speeding onwards. We want to cure 3 patients with lightheadedness, but I'm pretty sure that we don't get any other different buildings or rooms after this. So we are just going to fill in the rest of the hospital for the rest of this video. First of all, drinks machine and snack machine. We're going to have a little oasis of food in the corner over here, and we're going to be able to stick a couple of benches for people to sit down on. Shame we haven't unlocked any other benches yet. That would certainly add a bit of variation to the extremely similar benches we seem to have at the moment. And a plant perfectly fits in between the two, which is what we love to see. We can put one over there and then finish it off with another bench over here. We should then have enough space. We need a bin probably in the corner next to the drinks and snacks vending machines. And let's have a look at what else. I think a leaflet stand in the corner. Why not in the corner over there? We've probably got space for another couple of benches to finish. Maybe there and there. So we've got a nice little corner sorted over there. People can't complain that they're not getting food and drink, because that's now 4 vending machines I think we got. Not that many. And then, of course, some for the staff. So that's that section sorted over there. We're generally just going to continue on with getting the area sorted. We've got another GP office, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's a bit too tight of a gap to walk in between. We'll rotate that round, and we'll have a GP office over here next to the toilets, which kind of wind round the back. And then, of course, another general diagnosis room. It makes more sense to have that next to this one. Oh, wait, we've put it the wrong way around. Let's just rotate this so that we've got it facing the same way as the GP room, which means, of course, go into the GP room, get sorted, they need to go to general diagnosis, then you can hop into general diagnosis. And Gamgee, guessing it is. They have got a light bulb on their head. That's going to need sorting out. And I think we want another senior consultant with the doctors. That's another expensive person to bring in, but it's worth it. And Rawhide. It's Mini Rawhide. We'll get her in. great qualified nurse over there. We don't really need another assistant at the moment. Maybe another janitor. I think we'll go with another janitor. Probably don't need him, but why not? He can also clean up ghosts for when people start to die in our hospital. We'll have to wait and see if we get any of those deaths this year in-game. Yeah, general diagnosis. We'll add another one of those in over here. Oh, wait. We just put another one in over there. Right, so we weren't meant to do that. We shall get rid of that in a second, but oh, we must have cured. Yes, cured. Now, 3 patients of lightheadedness, and we have a 1-star hospital, and the person has retrieved our file from his bin to celebrate. That's fantastic. We've unlocked lower bullocks, which we are not going to move on to until potentially the next video. We're going to stick with hog sport here today. And a light-headed poster. Should have paused the video back then if you wanted to fully read that. But we are going to continue along. Sell that room. We don't need that. The thing I did need to get was, of course, the lovely chemist over here. Maybe you can learn a bit about chemistry if you want, I suppose. And then, of course, other things that we need to add in. Well, don't think we need another toilets because, to be honest, they're not seemingly that busy. Do we put another Deluxe clinic next to the Deluxe clinic? Or do we put it... I think we put it over here. That makes a bit more sense, just I feel like it's a bit weird to have the Deluxe clinic over there. Next to that one. Feels a bit much of Deluxe, you know, too many light bulbs. We could make it a bit sparky. A bit too much sparky over there. And that could start a fire. I seem obsessed with starting a fire on this game. Don't want to set our whole hospital on fire, but, you know, after the kind of... When you start the career mode, I'm using it as the intro at the moment. Everything's setting on fire in that. Anyway, we have got that Deluxe clinic sorted, and the other thing I want to add in is another ward. Interesting one over here. But I think we're going to try and add in another ward, because... Why not? We're increasing the amount of everything else we've got, so we're going to add in another ward. And I think we'll try and go a weird shape, so it bends around the back over here. That's at least the plan. We're going to need some beds, and I'm thinking we kind of put the beds down this end, and then the rest of it across there. Not entirely sure what the plan will be just yet. Anyway, nurse station will certainly be in the corner over there, kind of on entry. We could actually put it like that, which I feel would make a bit more sense. And the filing cabinets somewhere else. We've also got to have the lovely changing screen, but I think we'll sort that out in a second once we've decided where the other bed is going to go. And I think we'll shove that bed there. Don't particularly know whether we should shove a bed over there. Either way, we're going to add the lockers in here. There are smaller gaps between the beds this time round, but it's fine because this is the smaller ward for people we care less about because we totally don't have favoritism at the hospital. Anyway, screen, we've got to have one of these. We're only going to include one of these, even though this ward is about half the size of the other one, but it still has 4 beds. The other one had 3. Either way, I think we might put the screen in the corner over there, just because I don't want to shove someone's bed right next to the wall, just that they can fall out in both directions to break more bones if they have already broken a bone. See, we're thinking about priorities. Then they'll stay here for longer and we can cure them with 2 things and get more money. That's the idea. Definitely. And then we got this quite large area. I am going to put a couple of filing cabinets in the corner over here next to where the nurse's desk is, and a fire extinguisher, of course, in the corner. Equip it all well. Just not sure what to go for in terms of maybe another bed. We are going to add in a couple of plants. Why not have one in the corner over here? And maybe we go with another bed. A little bit weird to put another bed in the middle of this area, but that's kind of let's go with a high dependency bed. That's what I'm going to call it. And then we can slot that nicely over here. Closer to the nurse, of course. The ones around the corner you don't need to worry about too much. Maybe they're people who are got a bit of bed face, and these other people have got something serious with them. Whatever serious is in this game. Anyway, we have a pharmacy emergency. We're going to definitely accept that. Cure 5 patients with bogwarts. Another one of the interesting diseases. And we are also very close to the 2-star hospital. We've got to earn just 12,000 more Also thinking about potentially Georgia Dross, another senior consultant. We've probably got too many, but why not add another one in? And then Tiffany Rang, a senior nurse. We'll grab her. Don't think we really need another assistant. We only need 2 at the moment. Do we get another janitor? No, we don't need another janitor at the moment. And at the moment, we've got pretty much all the rooms I think we'll be adding into this hospital. We might potentially add another room in. I don't know, but we are now a 2-star hospital. And if you proceed at your current pace, you will have achieved everything that you can in your founding establishment soon enough. I can sense your confidence inflating. Careful that you don't build yourself up for an even greater fall. How nice and positive. We've also unlocked the salty snacks machine. We might add that in somewhere, but we are going to add in some benches to some of these areas, like the wards, and of course, outside the GP office, and the new... Let me think what else we've added in the last few minutes. The new general diagnosis room and the chemist. And we're going to get some briny brittle. Okay, I'd suddenly want to be eating those salty peanuts, and we can add in a couple of plants as you do, make it somewhat more jolly. I mean, I'd probably feel a bit more unhappy if every single plant in the whole hospital was the same, but anyway. And then some more benches, and I'm not sure we're going to decorate that back area today because we've only got about 4 or 5 minutes left in this video. The plan is that we are going to kind of edit that area of the building and improve it next time, and then move on to the new hospital. But we've added in some more benches, and we are applying some of the finishing touches to some of the areas in the hospital because we've still got this massive chunk over here. And a special report, we did cure all those patients who needed curing from that bogwarts, I think it was. Having a look at what we could get in terms of rooms, there's nothing that we really need here. We've got 3 GP officers, 2 general diagnosis rooms, we've got 2 of the pharmacies, 2 deluxe clinics, 2 wards, and a staff room and toilets, which barely ever get used. We certainly don't need any more. In terms of the toilets, yeah, I don't think we really need to expand those. I mean, we could expand them, but I don't think it's that necessary at the moment. Save templates for the hospitals if you get a winning combination, eh? That's really weird, but you can get a winning combination with your toilets. And why not get a head janitor? Head janitor, 5-star head janitor. Although we've already got 2 in an incredibly small hospital. I don't know what we're doing at this stage, but why not? Someone else has been cured. Plenty of people are getting cured at the moment. Not too much happening in the wards at this time. Really, now we're just going to see out the end of this video, see potentially how close we're going to get to a 3-star hospital. We need to cure 30 patients, earn 400,000, and increase the hospital value by just over another 100,000. Apparently I have too many janitors, several are currently idle. That's about right, but it's fine. It's fine. We're suddenly increasing the income we're getting at the moment, so I'm not too worried about that. Of course, we've got plenty of these Sonic items in-game at the moment. If you like Sonic, then you certainly want to be playing this game right now, because you can add in Sonic items. You can have a Sonic-themed hospital if you're into Sonic. And I don't know what's happening over here. We seem to have a glitch, because Sally Quack has resigned, but she won't leave. Neither will the person who's also there. But we're in a bit of a situation and don't entirely know what to do. We might have to kind of delete the room, copy another one and put it there. We'll see if that fixes, or we're just going to have a funny glitch, because to be honest, at the moment 2 GP rooms isn't causing us too much of an issue. It's pretty much fine to have just 2. And I have just shoved a doctor in here, and he can't get into the chair because our resigned person is stood there irregularly moving back and forth. So yeah, it's all going great in there. Really is all going great. Health inspection. That's a great way to end the video, isn't it? Arriving in 10 days, a health inspection. Little note on this one. 2 Point Campus, of course. I think it has just come out. Really fantastic looking game from what I've seen. Thought I'd point out to you. Same makers of this game. And apparently it's really, really good. I can't say it's better or worse, of course, because it's two totally different games. But Health Inspector Henry Jobsworth has arrived at the hospital. Got a new patient coming in here, getting checked in. It is, though, time for our Health Inspector. There he is. You can see the crown on his head. Is that... Oh, a lovely, lovely cap he's got there. Love to see that cap. Lovely golden cap. And, oh, look at this. He's going to walk into every single room and put his thumbs up. Oh, like he's got nothing better to do. Because we don't have anything better to do in our lives, do we? Just walk into rooms and put your thumbs up. That's fantastic. Currently touring the hospital, visiting wards, and so on. A lightheadedness emergency, we will certainly sort that out and help it out. And the awards and yearly review is happening pretty soon, but we are not going to do that this video. We are going to pause that with a couple of days left. Our next video, we are going to continue along, finish off Hogsport Hospital, maybe move on to the next hospital after this. And of course, we've got the yearly review, end of the Health Inspector. But what we've done today is we have got both these wards in at the moment. We've got another GP office. We have got two Deluxe clinics now. One over there, and of course one over to the left. We've got another general diagnosis room and another pharmacy room. What a video it has been. If you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more in this series, vote with the views, vote with the likes, and tell me if you're enjoying it in the comments section down below. But what a great video we have had here today on 2 Point Hospital. Plenty of improvements, including the wards and the Deluxe clinics. But once again, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you sometime soon when we continue on our hospital journey.